hit. Here's Harper. And here's Harris outside. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. About a minute into this first quarter. Here's Ball. Got a piece of it. Here's Bryant. Into the lane. And then Bryant with the dunk.
I think everyone in here felt that dunk.
No question. That is a power-packed windmill jam. Wow. And it's McDaniels off the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they can breathe a little easier on their fourth shot. They finally hit the target.
Over to the wing. Pass to Harper. 6 on the shot clock. Got it from about 16 feet.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of blazing.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
Here's Barrett. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. To the paint. Here's McDaniels. Gobert. It's blocked. And they're able to recover. Minnesota needs to get off a shot. Here's Ball. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up, and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
Now here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Here's Harper. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. The second chance points on the tip in.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Oh, they pick off the pass. Here's Champagnie. Nails it from 3.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition 3. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some work for him.
And Edwards slams it in.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Here's Castle. And there's a pick. 4-3. Pass to Champagnie. To the left side wing. It's stolen by Barnes. Now Cornette. Back to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Vassell outside. Castle for 3. Minnesota with a rebound.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
DiVincenzo with it. Out to the right wing. From behind the arc. Reese with the rebound. And it's San Antonio's ball. Oh, there's the alley. There's 42 seconds left in the first. The shot by Evans, no good.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Yeah, just a vicious slam from Castle. You know, I have a feeling we'll see a few more of those over the next few years.
Here's Evans. Still no points. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Vassell. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. From about 19. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Spurs. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points, and their reserves delivered.
Sometimes you just need a change of pace. The bench delivered that.
San Antonio leading. Here's Castle on the take. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, and that's where Castle is most effective, when he's getting downhill and attacking.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. Brian, back to you.
Has him bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie.
Oh, and when Castle gets going to the hoop, good luck getting in front of him.
One thing about Keldon Johnson defensively, it's hard to back him down, Richard.
Yeah, he won't block a ton of shots, but he anchors really well against bigger players. That's why teams would rather attack him in space.
Just 3 to shoot. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
San Antonio moving the ball around. Pass to Vassell. Fires the 3, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vassell. And the Spurs making a change here. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And here's Ball. The 3 ball. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Fox. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
They need offense from Fox at the point guard. His jump shot is an important weapon for them.
Pass to Cornette. Ball outside. And Ball throws it down.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Substitution report.
Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Now here's Fox. From deep, Johnson. San Antonio again can't hit.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
It's stolen. Fox outside. A shot from the high post. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And Edwards slams it in.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Ooh, a good look from Fox. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far. All right, Richard, just as a fan of the game, who's your favorite player to watch right now?
I'm really loving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Really their whole team. But Shai, he's just special to watch.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Outside Edwards. Excellent D there from Bryant.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the plate and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass the ball. Excellent D there from Bryant.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use it.
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Cornette. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
They have...
Yes!
Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh, showing Wemby. That was sick.
And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Down on the court is your active back.
.114 left in the first half. Here's Gillespie. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Cornette. Got a hand on it. To the inside. And it's Cornette with a rebound. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
And Josh Green going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
The contest and the rebound, folks. That is how you defend.
To the middle. Here's Cornette. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Cornette's got 4 points this quarter.
They're playing.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's Minnesota. They're up by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's Harper. Shot from 16, and it comes off the front of the rim. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Outside Edwards. Yes!
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play, and a confidence they're not afraid to show. They get it back. For 3, here's Harris. The offensive rebound from deep. Harper. That shot is off.
Bad offense to begin the second half. 4 misses right off the bat.
Inside. Oh, stolen by Harris. Fires it. Harper misses.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Brian, back to you.
He can lock it down. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. And here's Ball. No good with a layup. Well, RJ, some rebuilds go better than others. Wouldn't you say the Spurs are off to a good start?
Oh, they've got their cornerstone in Wembanyama, along with an array of young talent and plenty of picks. They look to compete now and for years to come, I would think so.
Back to Sumu. Harper pulls it in. San Antonio trailing here. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Playing to his straight. Gobert inside.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Down low. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Here's Edwards. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And those super long strides of Wemby, they get Vic to the hoop quick. And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's what his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
The 3, Vassell fires in the triple.
Vassell has no conscience behind the arc. He will not hesitate to get it up.
There's Ball with a 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
To the right side. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Minnesota in the lead. Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Castle outside. Takes it inside. And that'll be San Antonio's ball as it goes out of bounds. Spurs able to keep the possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
The 3, Vassell. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Pass to Edwards.
Just lost his head out there. It will happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Spurs trail by 3. Here's Johnson for the tie. Buries it from 3. Johnson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Pass to Clark. Takes the 3. Drops in the 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Out to DiVincenzo. It's stolen by Johnson. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 5 on the clock. For 3, Vassell. Barnes with the rebound. Left side, DiVincenzo. Stolen by Vassell. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Timberwolves ahead, leading by a point. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Could be an exciting finish. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 1. DiVincenzo on the wing. Off target from outside. Here's Shannon. Here's the screen by Bryant. Going inside. And he goes in for the dunk. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play. And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Pass to Reese. Here's Gillespie. San Antonio moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
I'm just going to say this. Johnson has some bounce. When this man gets off the ground, he gets off the ground with ease.
That one's good for 2. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Here's Gillespie. Pass to Harris. Who poked away. DiVincenzo with a steal. Edwards for 3. Reese with the rebound. Castle on the wing. Harris outside. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Clark. Now here's Edwards. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, another thing they did well defensively, closing out. Inside and outside, their defenders were flying out to shooters.
Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. The Spurs making a switch here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen. So don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for a renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
Gobert gets the bucket.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Wembanyama scanning the floor. Wemby driving. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And part of what makes Wembanyama so dangerous, a big guy who can push the pace.
Outside McDaniels. Now ball. McDaniels outside. 4 on the clock. Fires the 3. Wembanyama rips down the board. Here's Harper. Releases from 15. Gobert pulls it down. Here's McDaniels. Oh, he misses the layup. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. The free throw no good for Wembanyama.
I tip my hat to Victor. Came into this league with insane expectations, and he's embraced the pressure and met those expectations thus far.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Castle. Oh, he misses the dunk.
You try to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
Ball fires. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Left side, Wembanyama. Here's Harper. And that misses. That would have put him up. Outside ball. .127 left to the fourth. Wembanyama there for the rebound. San Antonio trailing here. To take the lead. Book it. It goes. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
And stolen by Edwards. Now ball. on the way. It's good.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Oh, come on! Victor Wembanyama!
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
Outside Edwards. Gobert inside. Wembanyama there for the rebound. This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. With the shot. Ooh, it doesn't go. Outside Gobert. Here's McDaniels. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
The only choice here is to foul. Can't allow the offense to stall and run out the clock.
Here's Fox. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Play me like you was scared to lose. I'm still a fool. You ain't heard the news. I wasn't know them make a major move. I won't stop now. I can't stop. You can't stop. Don't try. We true soldiers. We don't. keep rolling. Nah, 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 nah. All the boys bad inside the roof boat, hallelujah. Inside rumor, we saying he there, we there. Beware, see there, silk that fiend there, mama there, P there. Ain't no salary cap on top of my dollars. I roll with nothing but them no limit riders. I get down, I hold my tank up high. Watch how many get wild, nah, 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 nah.
Make them say,
Baby girl is fine and 19, raised on catfish and collard green, brown eyes smelling real sweet, with a strong heartbeat. The way she put that thing on me, that whole make me lose control. Michael said she gon' break my heart and then take my soul. Just like a child's somebody help me, baby girl up in the magazine, darling, I'm a fashion sense. Sold to be a beauty queen. That's the worst deal I ever said. Nobody said that you ain't got the face that you came and changed it all. You're just another looking up at a mirror ball. Angels, just like a child's play. Somebody help me. I've been feeling. Somebody help me. Still believing in this person. I've been meaning to let you know. It's time now for me to go. Somebody help me. This glass ceiling is falling through. Still I am nothing without you. I don't need nobody but you and me. I can conquer anything. I don't need nothing but your love and time. It'll be just fine. When I think of all the things we've been through, no matter what I say true. Through the ups and downs, I realize all that I needed was you. Angels and queens, you and me, we will always be angels and queens, just like it's always been, just like it's always been. And queens.
Sunday night ride. Gonna get myself connected. I ain't gonna go blind, but the light which is reflected. See through you, see through you, I see through you, I see through you. Your dirty tricks, you make me sick. I see through you, I see through you. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do right. Son, it ain't right. I'm gonna do right. Come on. If you make sure you're Won't someone try? Open up your eyes. You must be blind if you can't see the gaping hole called reality. I wanna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. I wanna do it again. Come on, I'm gonna do it again. Hear me out. Terrified. Something ain't right. Here we go. To make sure you're connected.
Great to have you with us as we get ready for a Monday afternoon presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. Here's Gillespie. Here he goes. Out to Harris. From behind the arc. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Grant, Tobias Harris has been around the league. What's his best asset?
You know, I think it's his reliability and versatility. Harris is always on the floor, having led the NBA in games played multiple times. And he just gets the job done. So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Ball. Reese with the rebound. Pass to Shannon. He takes it in. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Oh, stolen by Harris. Harris on the wing. For three. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And you just got to respect Harris's three-point shot. He is a very capable scorer from that distance.
Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Oh, can't answer back with his own dunk. And Ball will bring it up here for the T-Wolves.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Brian, back to you.
Allie, thank you.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
The swim move for three. Rebound by San Antonio. For three, here's Harris. San Antonio again missing.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Here's Dosunmu. Reese with the rebound.
Really thought he had this one, and the defense, they were giving it to him.
Harris up top. Offline from the high post.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Vassell with the rebound.
Try to get spicy and totally lift, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
Offensive rebound. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards. Vassell with the rebound. Pass to Harris. Here's Shannon. San Antonio moving the ball around. To stop the drought.
Oh, my goodness. How about that? He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got four-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
Ball. Pass to Edwards.
Oh,
Just incredible.
that is a monster finish.
And in traffic, he uses the reverse to keep the shot blocker at bay.
What an incredible move. Not everyone has that kind of skill. Here's Harper. DiVincenzo with a steal. And he goes in for the dunk.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
And making sure they convert by finishing strong.
Here's the screen by Bryant. The three is up. And then Bryant with the dunk.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Pass to Evans. Puts up a three. San Antonio trailing here. DiVincenzo with a steal. Now here's Cornet. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Here's Bryant. Plenty of space. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Oh, that's a shot he's got to hit. Brick.
Pass to Cornet. And he dunks it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Champagnie. Launches the three. Barnes with the rebound.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got really lucky there.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Personal foul. First team foul. Minnesota substitution. Number 1, LaMelo Ball.
Spurs trail by 5. Here's Harper. Yet to see a basket. 4 seconds left. The shot that time not on target. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Minnesota. They lead by 5. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second.
14.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
DiVincenzo on the wing. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
Normally, he sinks all of his free throws. The defense got lucky there.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. In transition, here they come. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Yeah, just a vicious slam from Castle. You know, I have a feeling we'll see a few more of those over the next few years. And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The ball's knocked loose. Timberwolves on D. Here's Wembanyama. And that one comes up a bit short.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Back to ball. From the stripe. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Castle for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild. but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Ball with it. Fox picks him up. And Ball gets it to go. And it's a three-point Minnesota lead.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Ball. And De'Aaron Fox picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Edwards for three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Here's Harper. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And that one is hammered home.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And stolen by Edwards. Here's Clark. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And it's San Antonio's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Ooh, Wembanyama with the silky stroke from three.
I'll tell you, when Wemby starts driving, how do you stop the pull-up? I mean, there's just no way.
One thing people notice about Dylan Harper, he loves to get going downhill.
Yeah, he delights in bullying his way through a defense, using a blend of speed and size to get to where he wants to go.
Sinks the tray. And the Spurs lead by 7.
He's been working on his shot, and it's showing in Vassell's game.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the second quarter. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The kick out to Edwards. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Pass to Champagnie. Lets it go from deep. They get. Oh, yes!
Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh! Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
And another area of strength has been their offensive rebounding, converting a lot of those second chances.
Here's Edwards. And the 18-footer right on the mark. Edwards got 8.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Outside Wembanyama. And he drives in. Yep, that one's good. He's got 12.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
San Antonio leading by 10. Fox with the ball. He's picked up by Edwards. Left side, Wembanyama. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. 17 seconds left in the second period. The drive by DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Ball taking his time here. Pass to McDaniels. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Pulls it. A good-looking shot from the wing. And the Spurs lead by 13. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, B.A. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
Here's Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Give him 8. The baseline J is off the mark. San Antonio leading by 13. Back to Harris. McDaniels with the rebound.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Nice job to go at the rack and force a foul.
Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Well, RJ, some rebuilds go better than others. Wouldn't you say the Spurs are off to a good start?
Oh, they've got their cornerstone in Wembanyama, along with an array of young talent and plenty of picks. They look to compete now and for years to come, I would think so.
Back to Edwards. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Here's Shannon. Kept alive. Pass to Berenger. Here's Gillespie. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Shannon. Edwards pulls it in.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Now at 4 fouls in the game, he'll start to have to be a little bit more careful with his defense the rest of the way.
Tipped away.
And in the last 2 possessions, they've painted a picture of what not to do. Just way too loose with the basketball.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but 1 more and they'll be over the limit.
And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Pass to Edwards, and they double up Edwards. Here's Ball. Minnesota again missing. Fox for 3. Offensive rebound, Spurs. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Ball with it. Fox picks him up. Got a hand on it.
Putting that 6'10" wingspan to use, Vassell comes away with the rejection.
Here's Edwards. San Antonio shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Second team foul.
Free throw's good for Fox.
You gotta love how scrappy De'Aaron Fox is. No matter what kind of challenges he faces in a game, he's never giving less than his all.
And San Antonio making a change here.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Third team foul.
San Antonio leading by 13. Shot from the wing. And once again, off the mark by San Antonio. Now the Timberwolves with it. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
Vassell. And the baseline jumper goes down. And that's now 8 points for Devin Vassell.
You see the improvement in Vassell's jump shot, looking more and more confident now.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now. Fox feeling it out a bit. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And there comes a point when, for the team's sake, you might want to move it. He's hurting him with all of these misses. This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Back to you guys.
A great passer. Allie, thanks very much for the report. San Antonio again can't hit. Timberwolves trail by 13. Ball outside. Back to Edwards. Down low. Just 5 on the clock. Oh! Blocked! McDaniels with a steal. On the break. Here's Dosunmu. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Devin Vassell.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And Minnesota will go for a different look here. When you watch De'Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
Here's Barnes. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. San Antonio leading by 12. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And that one drops.
Oh, using that length. Castle converting under duress.
Here's DiVincenzo. And he banks in the layup. DiVincenzo's got his second basket on the night.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
Pass to Dosunmu. And here's Clark for 3. He drops it from range. And so it's San Antonio. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possessions. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Here's Harper. 16 feet out. Kicks it out to Bryant. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Timberwolves.
Boy, that was bad. It was like they were running different plays.
For the Timberwolves, number 41.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Outside, DiVincenzo. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Harris with the drive.
Coming in with so much intensity, Harris just goes straight to the rim.
And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Outside, DiVincenzo. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Those mid-range looks will be there for him. Nice work to capitalize.
The 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Spurs leading by 6. Castle on the wing. The 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, when the 3 ball is falling for Castle, he is extremely difficult to defend.
The 3, DiVincenzo. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Harris. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Good on the shot. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Here's Barnes. Rebound San Antonio. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Give him that one. Now shooting 5 for 11 from the floor.
Hey, whatever coach told him during the break is beginning to pay off.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to DiVincenzo. Shot from the top of the key. Harper pulls it in. Spurs lead by 8. Harris outside. San Antonio moving the ball around.
A good percentage from here. Harris over 80% for his career.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
And so he makes both from the line.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
Now Edwards. Into the lane. Oh, he can't jam it home.
Trying to get spicy and totally whipped, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
Outside Vassell. The triple drop.
The thing about Vassell, he has deeper range than a lot of people give him credit for.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And there it is.
They allowed him to establish deep position. You just can't do that.
And they need better team defense. How about your man in the post? It takes multiple guys to stop him.
And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking. That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Edwards looking for an opening. Driving in. And he slams it down.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people. A spectacular windmill jam.
No denying the power on that dunk. Cuts off the pass. Oh, Fox for the steal. Gobert pulls it down.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
And stolen by Edwards. Ooh, he leaves no question.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Bucket! Straight in!
By maximizing their potential on every scoring opportunity, they've somehow, someway made this a thrilling finale.
Oh, that one's off. Still out of sync.
Number 42. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. From downtown. Money from three.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Now Wembanyama. Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
It's money from deep.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Here's Edwards. McDaniels outside to take the lead. Oh, off target from downtown. And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Wembanyama for the win. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. Edwards. There's the drive. Harris there for the rebound. Rebounded by McDaniels. To take the lead. There's the block. Oh, throw it down. Wow. Oh, he breaks out the windmill flush.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, can't hit the jumper.
That is not a bad decision to pull from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Outside ball. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Women. Oh, big finish. Wow.
Okay, I see you. That is where you want to see Wemby, making big plays in big moments.
McDaniels with a steal. Edwards with it. Fox picks him up. It's Edwards with a drive.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Ball. Oh, the long ball, no good.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
McDaniels outside. Here's Edwards. Outside ball. Poke loose. And now they decide to foul intentionally. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And an intentional foul right there. Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker.
I tip my hat to Victor. Came into this league with insane expectations, and he's embraced the pressure and met those expectations thus far.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
And the free throw, no good. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
These moments are big for Wembanyama's growth. He loves these situations.
Minnesota with the ball.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
3-point lead. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul. First free throw is good. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he's able to hit the second one. And that puts him up 5. It's good from beyond the arc.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
The reverse slam, that was sweet.
Ah, the finesse on full display. So it's a narrow victory for the Spurs, pulling out the W. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
And B.A., I don't think they expected this one to be so hard-fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
I needed shit, but finally not biting my nails. I'm in the air like Nimbus. Hercules, Mount Olympus. Hades plotting on me since I was a baby. He a big. Now what's my favorite word? M-O-N-E-Y. Till I.